Alright, so some people, they're saying that Yoimiya isn't good, or isn't top tier at least. She does two roles. She supports, and she's a main DPS. Those are the main two roles that you want in a character. I don't see why people can't see this in her, but they've just looked past this and said, oh, she can only left click. These people were brought to my attention from Tectone's video. I'll have a link to it in the description. I'll also have a link to my full breakdown for Yoimiya's details and everything. Also linked in the description. Just so if you don't know her details yet, you can at least find them. So first thing Tectone brought up, she's just a left click character. Is D-Luke just a left click character? Yes. I mean, like, you can alternate between his E and his left click, but that's just a different button press. What about Kaching? You just charge attack with her. What about Ayaka that just came out? That I'm not a fan of Ayaka's burst ability because it moves and the enemies are able to just walk out of it, and it lasts for 5 seconds. I'm not a fan of that. That's should last longer if it's gonna have those effects, or it should last the same amount of time, stay still, and act like Venti's ult. It wouldn't be that hard, or it wouldn't be that OP. So she's just basically a left click character to me. I'm not gonna say that I don't like her. I just don't like her like ultimate. Whereas Yoimiya has an ultimate that's guaranteed to hit. If you're using okay, so a lot of people, another thing that Tectone brought up is a lot of people think that, oh yeah, you have to switch out. Personally, I just looked at this at face value and I was like, oh yeah, so you just switch out and use her ultimate, or when you use your when you use her ultimate, you switch out. Tectone brought up, yeah, no, there's characters that can hit while not on the field. Like Xingqiu, who, as you hit, it hits. So as long as you're attacking someone who is on the field, okay, so as long as you're attacking someone who has the debuff of Yoimiya's ultimate, it'll activate if you're using Xingqiu's ultimate in unison. So what you want to do is you want to use Xingqiu's ultimate, go into Yoimiya, use her ultimate, and then start hitting the people that are marked. It's very easy to tell when they're marked. So when you hit someone with Xingqiu's ultimate active, and he hits them, or with his water blades, he hits them, it'll actually activate Yoimiya's thing, making a vaporize. They do around 8,000 damage without any vaporize stuff. That's going to be a pretty good multiplier because it's only level 6 that we had to test out. Her Nawabi Fire Dance was level 9, and her normal attacks were also level 6. Something that Tectone didn't bring up, though, Yoimiya has a fast auto attack, which is her main DPS draw. And her auto attacks are insanely fast. For bow users, they are the fastest attacking characters in the game. You could argue maybe like Zhongli's polearm combos are faster. I don't really test this. I'm 99% sure that the bows are faster because I have Zhongli. I don't think he attacks that fast compared to Yoimiya. So in the end, even though it might look like Yoimiya is doing slightly less damage, which it won't, because she's gonna have, if you're using her right, she's gonna have a vaporize with Xingqiu, and it's just gonna be like 17k, a lot. And she can hit for 17k. I've seen her do it. I've seen her hit for 20, with vaporize, just due to the play testing. For people that are summoning on Ayaka right now because they think she's good, she's not. I'm sorry, but if you're thinking that she's broken and you're not on pity yet, if you're thinking that she's broken and you haven't got her yet, don't stop summoning, please. She's not broken. She's not. Her kit is not anywhere. The only reason you think she's broken is because everybody else is using Mist Splitter Sword on her, which makes everybody else look better in comparison to her. She was one of the first 5 stars created. Trust me, she's not anything special. Now going for possibly now if you save your primos for Yoimiya and you have any sort of Xingqiu, you will do 10 times more damage. I'm not even exaggerating. Ayaka, I don't see doing a lot of damage. Yoimiya is going to be doing like 10 times more damage with a Vaporize comp. Because the problem is with Ayaka, you can't really do like a melt comp because it's reverse melt, which is not really that good. Also, for people, and also I would like to point out, the damage that I'm saying here is on 4-piece Noblesse, which does not help out her auto attacks whatsoever. She should be doing the new set that should be on your screen right now. This set is what she should be using, not Noblesse. Noblesse should not be equipped on Yoimiya, because even I think the new energy recharge set is probably going to be better for her ultimate attack to be good for support. You could use Noblesse. I still wouldn't if you're using her as strictly support, because she can be used strictly as support. It doesn't have to necessarily be it doesn't have to necessarily be just her getting main DPS. That's not her only role. So yeah, I would say the energy recharge set is probably going to be the best for you to equip on her for a pure support build. I strongly suggest going for main DPS build because she's going to be really good at that along with Xingqiu. Xingqiu is going to be her best friend. If not, and you have C6 Fischl, that'll work. Just it's not as good of a combo as Xingqiu and her. If like yeah, that's if you don't have a single Xingqiu, even just one, even Xingqiu just by himself, C0 nothing, is good. The reason why I say C6 Fischl is because her Constellation 6, the Oz attacks the same time you do. So Oz will attack at the same time you do, meaning you'll just be able to attack and have her ultimate proc while she's on the field still. Another complaint people might have is her cooldown is 8 seconds, technically, because you have 10 seconds of fire damage, and then it goes down at the 10 seconds, and it's 18 seconds. So technically it's 8 seconds for cooldown, which is quite a lot. But once you're considering, like, oh, I have to switch into these characters if I have my ult ready, it's not that much. And especially if you're using a shield character, you're going to shave off a couple seconds there. It'll probably be like 3 seconds-ish. I would say probably the best team comp, like purely for damage, would probably be Yoimiya, Xingqiu, Zhongli, and Sucrose. Maybe if you replace Zhongli with Diona, it could be a better comp. But I use Zhongli because his shield decreases opponent's res completely by 20%. So it helps out a lot. So giving a lot of elemental mastery, which is what you're going to want. Don't go for like an elemental mastery cup. That really only works if you have like 5-star weapons on her. Speaking of weapons, one of her best weapons is a 4-star. Rust is insanely good for her because she's able to just have 80%. R5 by the way, is 80%. R1 is 40. So if you don't have Rust, which I totally understand if you don't, like, it does take a while. I personally have R5, so that compared to the new weapon that's coming out is going to be pretty good. I would say that it's going to be like, Rust is so good that there's not much of a difference between R5 Rust and an R1 like Amos bow, Skyward Harp, and the new bow. The new bow is definitely going to be the best for her. If you haven't looked at his kit, it's, I believe, if your energy is lower than 100%, you get it 1 stack. You use elemental skill, you do another stack. And if your normal attack hits an opponent, you get another stack, which is obviously geared towards her since she wants to do normal attacks. I would still say that you probably want So obviously the 5-star weapon is definitely the best because it will outdamage Rust at R5, but in no way do you need the weapon. Like other characters where Zhao 4-star weapons, like you kind of need the weapon, a 5-star weapon, because like Zhao, you need the 5-star weapon, or you feel like you need it. I feel like I need it because you just don't do much damage with a 4-star weapon. Uh, it doesn't feel like it. They've they want to make every single 5-star a main DPS after the whole Zhongli thing. They don't want to have to deal with people complaining about my 5-star is not a main DPS. You will not see Yoimiya be bad at a DPS role. She is built for that. Yeah, okay, so I just figured I would say my opinion on this. Alright, well, that's all I have to say for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, because 99.8 of you guys are not subscribed. And I'll see you guys next time.